Why do the chosen ones face the most intense battles with desires? Why do those whom God calls to a higher purpose often face the most profound battles with desires? This is a question few dare to mention, but it reflects a common reality in the spiritual life. There are battles that don't happen on the outside, but are hidden deep within the mind and heart, where temptations silently infiltrate and strike with great force. If you feel overwhelmed by this internal battle, know that you are not alone. In fact, the Bible gives us a clear explanation for this. Even the most anointed individuals have fallen to temptation. King David, a man after God's own heart, fell into sin with Bathsheba. Samson, a man given supernatural strength, was brought down by Delilah. This is not by chance. This is a spiritual battle where the enemy knows exactly who carries a divine purpose, and he will do everything in his power to hinder them from fulfilling it. Why does desire seem to target those called to greatness? The answer lies not in mere human weakness, but in a deliberate strategy by the enemy. He knows that if he can taint the purity of a chosen one, he can distort or even derail the divine plan that God has set for their life. Ephesians 6:12 states, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." This shows that desires are not just a physical trial, they are a carefully orchestrated spiritual attack. The enemy does not target the ordinary. He goes after those who have influence, those who carry a heavenly mission. And desire, with its sweet but deadly allure, is one of the most powerful weapons he uses to deceive and bring them down. This battle becomes even more dangerous when it is fought in isolation. The chosen ones often live in separation, being led down a path that few can understand, and fewer still can walk with them. While this separation is necessary for spiritual growth, without connection and accountability, it can create a dangerous vulnerability. In the absence of spiritual support, desire easily becomes a personal escape, a hidden battle no one knows about. It is this secrecy that makes many people suffer in silence, torn between their divine calling and moments of human weakness. The enemy exploits this. He knows that once the battle becomes private, unspoken, and unhealed, it will easily become a snare. And while the chosen one struggles to maintain a strong outward image, inwardly they are falling apart. Each great calling comes with a greater battle, and desire is one of the most perilous fronts in that fight. It is not just a struggle of the flesh, it is a strategic battle designed to distract, weary, and separate the chosen ones from God's presence. Many great leaders and spiritual warriors have fallen in this very area, not because they were weaker than others, but because they underestimated the power of desire. It is not just an emotion or behavior. It is a spiritual trap masked by false promises of fulfillment, but ultimately leading to shame and inner destruction. The enemy knows that if he can cause a chosen one to fall, their influence over others will be hindered. And that is why he uses desire as a repeating weapon, targeting even the strongest if they are not vigilant, praying, and guarding their spiritual life every day. One of the factors that allow desire to gain a foothold is unhealed emotional wounds. Many of the chosen carry deep emotional pain, rejection, abandonment, loneliness, or scars from the past. When these wounds are not brought to God for healing, they become an open door for the enemy. Desire then becomes not just temptation, it is a counterfeit comfort, a way to fill the void in the soul. But this comfort is fleeting, and soon the cycle of sin, shame, and distance from God grows larger. Without true healing from the Holy Spirit, the chosen continue to live in a weary cycle with no way out. But Jesus Christ does not only call, he also heals. He does not just give purpose, he gives the strength to overcome. And if you are willing to bring these wounds to him, you will find true freedom. Desire is a real battle, and for those who are called, it is often more intense, deeper, and more dangerous than many realize. But this is not a hopeless battle. Victory is possible if we choose to walk in spiritual discipline, connect with the body of faith, and dare to face our unhealed wounds. The enemy wants to keep you in shame, isolation, and a sense of helplessness. He fears that if you stand firm, you will rescue others, glorify God, and fulfill the divine purpose he has planned for your life. But remember, the power of God is always greater than any temptation. Step out of the darkness. Dare to acknowledge the battle. Seek healing. Live in prayer, fasting, and the renewing of the mind every day. You are not fighting alone. The Holy Spirit is with you, empowering you. And when you stand up, you won't just overcome. You will become a living testimony to the saving and renewing power of God.